it. And then also we had some people that had to miss it due to work stuff. So let's keep it going. Okay. So my name is Sarah Swisher again. I've been the one speaking with you back and forth on breakout sessions this whole time. I'm joined today with Melissa, who will also be helping on the breakout session hallway, and that's her picture there. So if you see two girls with glasses and brown hair, those are the people that could help you. So say hi, Melissa. Hi. Okay. Also, I wanted to go through some staff. So when you arrive at conference, you'll know who is who and who to look for. So this is our staff. They'll be at the registration all throughout conference. And then we also have a leadership team. So every year, kids that are part of the EAST program currently can apply to be a part of the ambassador team. And those kids really help us out on the breakout session hallway, whether it's like scanning participants into the session or it's moderating sessions. So you could click on the link and be able to see each individual kid, but they will be primarily the people helping you set up and then close down and in your session, all of that fun stuff. We also have our alumni leaders. So every year we have an alumni team that comes and volunteers, and they help out a lot with breakout sessions, a lot, mainly through like moderating and helping us at the presenter booth. And those are our leaders, Rachel and Anthony, so you may see them around. And then also just kind of as a plug right now, we have an app. It's the EAST Conference 2020 app. If you click onto one of those links, it should take you to where you can download it onto your phone. It's really helpful to check out all the schedules. And then if you check out our exhibitor hall with all the kids in the booths, you could see what schools are where and then all that fun stuff. So, and also there's a lovely map as well to help you navigate around. So, I'll talk a bit about before you leave for Hot Springs, what are some best practices before you show up. So review emails from me. So make sure that you have the correct contact information and then the correct session date and time. And you'll be receiving an email this week with some of the details on conference and how to like go to registration, all of that stuff. So make sure you review that. And then also make sure you have the correct technology. So if you are bringing a Mac to present on, make sure that you bring an adapter. And then also don't forget any printed materials that you may need for your session. And then right now, put your cell phone number, or put my cell phone number in your phone. I'm the 901 number, and then Melissa is the 501 number. And then we have a question in the chat. Will we have internet connectivity? Yes, you will have Wi-Fi on site. Okay. But also kind of note on the internet connectivity, it's also good to download your slides. So let's say you're working on Google Slides, and this is also something I do before conference. Everything that I've been working on in Google, because that's what we use at headquarters, I download into a downloadable version that I could see if there wasn't any Wi-Fi. And then also it's good if you could bring perhaps like a hard drive or a little flash drive with like your PowerPoint on it too, just in case of something's funky with the internet. And then, so if you're coming in on Tuesday night, the shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, that's what it's called. The shortest St. Patrick's Day parade is happening at it's happening at Hot Springs. So there's going to be some road closures. And so plan ahead for all of that. You can take a screenshot of this map, and then I'll also probably attach it to emails I'll be sending out. So yes, be prepared for some road closures. And then also parking is located across the Convention Center Boulevard. So if you're coming in on like Wednesday, especially in the morning, there should be plenty of parking. Or you could park at the Hotel Hot Springs as well. And then I have some chat questions. So, okay, so the internet connectivity should be fine. I'm just saying that if it were to, perhaps we always have to plan for if things go wrong. So we have how many people trying to get onto Wi-Fi, and so that could crash or anything could happen. So I would say just make sure to have your stuff offline if possible. And then if, let's say, it were not to work Wi-Fi, then perhaps what are some other ways that we could do it offline? And I am pretty confident that's not going to happen, but just in case, you never know. So yes. Okay, so first place you need to go is registration. So you must register at the registration booth outside of the Bank Ozark Arena. So right here, you have an arrow going to registration. So if you come in on Convention Boulevard, that's the best way to get to registration. We require all of our people that are outside people to go through registration. Because you need to have a badge on so we know that you're supposed to be there. And this is solely for the safety of our students. We have thousands of kids coming into one place, so we want to make sure that everyone that's supposed to be there is supposed to be there. And also, please be sure to have your driver's license because you will have to show your ID at the door. So you will get your name tag, and that will give you access to all of our events. And then next, you'll have a staff person or a volunteer direct you to the breakout session hallway. We would like for you to check into your session 15 minutes prior to your session start. And we want you to go to the presentation welcome booth. We'll have a sign that says presentation welcome booth. And that person there, or a volunteer, which is a staff person or a volunteer, will help you get set up. If you're running late, so if it's past that 15-minute mark, so let's say you start at 9 and it is like 8:50, 8:55, don't worry about going to the welcome or going to registration first. Go directly to the presenter welcome booth. And that's just to ensure that we'll have enough time to get all your stuff set up, and I'll know who you are, Melissa will know who you are, and we'll know that you're supposed to be there. But then after that, you will have to go to registration and get your badge. So after you've been to the presenter welcome booth, a staff or volunteer, which will maybe be a leadership team kid, will show you to your room and help get you set up. There's going to be a hospitality suite, room 201, and that'll have coffee and water, and that is designed for you. So if you have to make a phone call, if you have to fix a slide, anything like that, you could do that there. Okay, so I'll stop for questions right now. I see that I have a chat. We have IT folks that can help you on your breakout session. And so if you're experiencing any technical difficulties, they'll definitely be there to help. Are there any other questions for now? You could just go ahead and type them in the chat. Do I need to bring my own computer? So you could bring your own computer, or we'll have presenter computers in each room. So it's whatever your preference is. But if, let's say, you were to bring your own computer and you have a Mac, make sure to have an adapter so we can hook it up. Any other questions for now? And this could be on like coming in, anything like that. Okay, great. So this is just a review. We talked a bit about this at the first webinar that I did, but this is some facilitator feedback on breakout sessions and our goals for breakout sessions and what to expect and what like how to create an interactive session. So we have a facilitator group that we brainstorm all things conference, and we gain feedback from them on how to make things better. And one of the questions we asked them was, what do you and your students hope to gain from breakout sessions? And they told us that they want to enjoy like an interactive session that's hands-on. So this is, in the East world, we say the words hands-on to refer to technology, but this is just, they don't want to be sitting and being quiet and listening to a presentation. They actually want to get up and talk and engage with you and with the other kids. So some examples of this are any team building activities, any roundtables, or any brainstorming activities to get them really engaged with the topic. Also, a Q&A as well is a good route to go. We also asked, how do we make breakout sessions more inspiring? And a lot of the facilitators said they want to have presenters give real world examples of their experiences. So the kids sign up for your breakout session because they're interested in you and who maybe you work for or your experiences, or they're interested in the topic that you're talking on. And so so basically give real world examples of what you're doing. And also what I've learned and what some of the kids and facilitators have told me, that the personal stories are more impactful over the professional. So talking about your overall career or your overall experience with said topic rather than just your one experience with this one company and kind of a very cookie cutter, like this is the experience at the company, something a HR person would say. Rather put some soul into it and like this is your experience personally. Okay, and then I have a couple chats, so I'll check on that. Are we connecting to a projector or to an HDMI or what? So if you have a Mac, you'll need that connecting adapter thing. But if, let's say you don't, if you have a PC, then it'll be fine. It'll have an HDMI, right?
It should.
Yeah, it should. Cool. So no worries. And then also HDMI or VG. I believe it's HDMI, but we haven't had any problems in the past if you bring a PC. But it's also like, if you're stressed out about it, don't worry. We'll have a presenter computer, and all you can do is just bring your flash drive or anything like that to hook up your stuff. So yeah. Any other questions at this point? And then we also have a tech team like that's working on that hallway that knows way more than me on that type of stuff, and they'll have you set up. So do we know how many people we are expecting in our sessions? So we'll be sending an email out with how many people are signed up for each session. But the good news is that all of our sessions are sold out except for maybe like 6 sessions. So that's really exciting. So it's filled to capacity, and you will get that information in the email. Any other questions at this point? And this could be anything like from before that we've talked about too. The capacity. So some of the rooms are set up to like, so Nathan, specifically, you are doing a hands-on, so you'll have 40 people. So every room is kind of different, depends on what session, you know, is doing what. We try to keep our breakout or hands-on sessions a little smaller. Sometimes some of ours are up to 210, some are 70. It'll all be in an email that we send out on who to expect. Okay, great. I will keep moving along. So I want to talk a bit about the moderator position. So I'm going to have either alumni volunteers or leadership team kids or staff person serve as a moderator for your session. And what this means is basically they will help set up anything you may need for your session. They will take care of scanning kids into the session. And then during that session, they will monitor noise level and keep time. So when it's 5 minutes before the end of your session, they will open the door and that will signal you to kind of wrap up. And then after the session, they will assist with anything you need on closing out, and then will help you move on to wherever you want to next. They'll help you get to where you need to go. And then I was going to go over the agenda with you and just share with you kind of other ways that you can interact with conference. You all have been given full access passes, so that means you can get into all the things that we have for conference. So our first day, it's from 8 to 1:30. We have our schools registering and setting up their booths, and then we have our open plenary, which will be streamed live from 2 to 3, and that's just a pep rally, and it pumps up all of our kids for conference. And then from 3 to 4:30, our gear store, which is all of our merch, will open. And then 5:30 to 8, we have East Fusion at the Mid-America Science Museum. So that's just our fun night out for the kids with some STEM games and all that. And if you're interested in Fusion, let me know and I could check on tickets. We've sold a ton of tickets. I don't know if we'll have any more available, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. The second day, which is the Wednesday, our exhibit hall officially opens. So from 8:30 to 4, you could check out all of the schools and all of their projects. And I highly recommend that you do it before or after your session. We'll have breakout sessions all day on that hallway from 8:30 to 4. And then we'll have the conference showcase from 9:30 to 1, which is when the programs do their pitches and they have a booth assessment. So it's our quiet zone. Let's see, well, our best of conference voting opens at 12, and that is just different, like best booth and all that stuff, and that's through the app, and you're welcome to do that. And then from 5:30 to 6:30, we have the VIP reception, which you all are invited to. And if you click on that link, hopefully that would work. But I will send you again. But I sent you a couple links. But you can RSVP there, and you can come to our VIP reception. It's gonna be really great. And then from 7 to 9 o'clock is our conference gala. So that is basically when we celebrate all of our competition winners, and it's a really special night for a lot of schools. Day 3, so we have breakout sessions on day 3 that Thursday from 8:45 to 11:15. Our exhibit halls open from 9 to 11:30. We have senior breakfast and then a tech support Olympiad. So if you have any time to check that out, that's a really good opportunity. It's in the grand lobby. It's from 9 to 10:30. And then we have our closing session from 12 to 1 o'clock. And that's just closing out and kind of a last hurrah and getting everyone ready to leave. So, oh gosh, so that is the end of everything I need to tell you. Do you have any questions for me?
So Sarah, can you hear me?
And you could have any questions whatsoever.
Yeah, can you hear me, Sarah?
So I'm going to be recording this session and then sending out like a PDF form of these slides so you could have them available.
Yeah,
And there'll also be an email going out and an email going out, and then what was I gonna say? Oh my gosh, and in the email going out and making sure like all the instructions for coming to the conference.
Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah, if you're bringing any help for your session, let me know and like email me their like name and email and then who they're with so I can put them into our registration. Is there a list of times for each breakout session? So on our website, all of our breakout sessions should be listed. On the app, they are for sure.
Sarah, can you hear us?
Let's see. Let's see. All right.
Yeah.
And manage participants.
Sarah.
Okay. Huh. You shouldn't need a login to the app. And then if you have a question, could you just type it in the chat? But if you have any problems with the website and the app, just email me and I can direct you to the right person. I can send you a list of all of the breakout sessions and when they're available, but it should be on the website. Okay. It's kind of wonky, so let me go through it. So you go to East Conference. And let's say you click on Dr. Baker. It should have what sessions he's doing up there, but I guess it doesn't have any times. Well, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Okay, well, I'll double check the app and see. And then if anything, I can just give you guys a list. We could attach it to the email that we're sending out to you.
It shows up in the app.
Okay, so it does show up in the app. So if you have the app, it should show up. All right, any other questions? And this could be anything that I talked about or anything I forgot. If you went to conference before, if you could have anything that could be helpful too. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we have any more questions. So we ended off early, so that's nice. So I'll send you guys this recording. I'll send you, be looking out in your email for more information on registering and all of that stuff. If you need to register anyone, if you're bringing more people, then if you're bringing any more people, let me know so I can get them registered. If you want to have any questions on any of these events, please let me know. I'll send over a copy of the slides. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions between now and the email that I'll send out midweek, just let me know. All right, great. Well, thank you guys. And I look forward to seeing you all at conference.